stream. I'll explain everything in a moment. For now, I just want to real quick make sure my volumes are correct. So let me see here. Alright, that's our volume, and let's see the music. I think it should be okay. Alright, you're probably getting a lot of echo there. Sorry for that. I'll actually turn it down a little more. If it turns out it's too quiet, then I can always turn it up. And obviously I will be quiet during any cutscenes or the like. So that shouldn't be an issue. So yeah, we're going to be going right back to our save that we began a few days ago. I believe it was Thursday. So let me address the elephant in the room. I will no longer, for the foreseeable future, stream Dungeons and Dragons Online. I simply...
Shades of the dead mill constantly within the house, complaining of their woes and seeking audience from any who would listen.
I listen.
What?
Let's talk with everyone, and I'll explain myself in a moment.
So, you lost a duel to the death with an exalted brightsword, did you? They're pretty much the best of the best, so don't feel bad. It had to happen. But if it's any consolation, it'll probably happen again.
Probably.
You will. You'll get the hang of it out there, lad. For all our sparring practice, there's no teacher like the real thing. Now then, I have something for you.
What, wait, you're giving me your codex? I can't accept something like this.
Please, I insist. I want your love of history to grow, not just your love of warfare. Besides, maybe you can finish out the rest of it.
I'm grateful.
Alright, so we now have the codex, which I will go through for a moment. In a moment. And I will read through it as we uncover new things. About my streaming, I will no longer stream Dungeons & Dragons Online for now. I simply found I'm not as excited about it as I used to be with me going into streaming the same areas as I play on my own or with my friends. So I decided to postpone my streaming of Dungeons & Dragons Online indefinitely. I might return to it. I'm not shutting that option out completely, but that's for now off the table. My plan for the foreseeable future is to stream Hades. If you don't know, it's in the late stages of early access roguelike set in the Greek mythology of Hell, where you, as a son of Hades, attempt to escape Hell with the help of various other Greek gods and other characters from the Greek mythology. So Saturdays and Sundays will now be 2 hours of Hades, and then I also got myself the Souls-like Metroidvania Blasphemous, which I intend to save my first playthrough for streams, Hopefully I'll be able to do some bonus streams in the weekdays. If not, then that's gonna be our next plan after I have my fun with Hades. This isn't really a game that you can finish per se, and I don't think I'll want to 100% it. So just we'll see. I think for my on my personal save I had something like 25 hours in the game, and I reached quite far. I definitely want to go further because I'm interested in what else there is in the game. How much exactly I can't say at this moment. So let's for a moment go through the codex, which we just have gotten, which is basically a list of lore mainly, but also kind of a quest log in a sense. It lists a lot of stuff that you can do. For example, these hearts you can see here, you can fill those by giving the character nectar, and it unlocks more of their lore, but also more interactions with them. Sometimes new mechanics appear, or you get some keepsakes, as we did with, I believe we gave one to Skelly last week. So let's see. First we have the chthonic gods. I'm fairly sure that's basically like all the high gods of Greece that are not upon Olympus. And we have Hades. What is there to say about the master? Master not just of the house in which I work, but of the entirety of the domain beneath the earth, the place we all end up after we die. He is a god of character. I have to give him that. In life I once served someone who reminded me of him a little, yet even the kingliest of mortals pales in comparison. Suffice it then to say that the Lord Hades takes matters of his fate-appointed outer world in utmost seriousness, and we now also get the information that we can learn more by having 3 conversations with him, basically requiring us to die 2 or 3 more times to converse with him again, since interacting with a character multiple times the same time you meet them doesn't do anything. You only have like one new unique interaction. Then there is Nyx, Mother Night we like to call her, though rare in the occasion when she dotes on us. She has her many children to look after, many of whom resides in locales well beyond my reckoning, and perhaps even beyond hers. Sorry. Nyx is stated to be Zagreus, so our protagonist's mother, and also she is the mother of fates, which are in Greek lore actual, like, everything in Greek lore has some amount of being human, I guess you can say, but they're actual like character. Fate is not just a thing. Fates are actual women who control or at least predict the happenings in both mortal and godly realms. Then we have Zagreus, which is us in this game. Take one look at him and I think any questions of his parentage are soon resolved. We never seem to like it much there growing up with Lord Hades. He never seemed to like it much there growing up within Lord Hades' well-appointed house. One day I took him on as a disciple. Under orders from Lord Hades, the master worried that his hair lacked any firm direction in his life. And indeed, Zagreus took well to the martial ways, and I am proud to say that he was my student. So this is from the perspective of Achilles, I believe, and learn more by awaiting further instruction. So I assume this is simply something we'll get to know more down the line. Then there is Charon or Charon. Not exactly sure on the pronunciation, to be honest. The Stygian boatman is a lot of things, although I am afraid he isn't much for conversation. I have tried, though perhaps not persuasively enough. And we have to talk with him 2 more times to learn more. There is Hypnos. It is said that sleep is the cousin of death. That turns out to be not quite correct, insofar as the two in fact are brothers, born to Nyx herself, so more sons of Nyx. The former of the two, we call him Hypnos. Sorry. He whiles away, half sleeping, watching over the pool of sticks in the foyer of the house, taking stocks of those arriving in the master's domain or returning to it. That last one probably mainly about us, since I don't reckon many people enter this house and then leave it to return again. And there is Megara. The ancient Fury sisters deal retribution for eternity against all those whose lives unspeakably befouled the lives of others. They each seem to relish their grim work, though none so much as Megara, the first among them. So she is the oldest of the Fury sisters, and we'll learn more after talking with her more. Now, the Olympian gods, I am quite curious. It's been a long while since I've had my head in the Greek mythology, and obviously I imagine pretty much everyone knows a little bit about most of the gods, but I'm curious how they portray them in this game, especially from the perspective of a mortal. So, about Zeus, the master of the heavens, god among gods, so much of my mortal life was impacted by him, and now, even in death, I serve his brother. I do not think that I have much to say for the Lord Zeus, which is not widely known already. Okay, and we have to accept boons from them in order to learn more, which is not always easy. There are quite a few gods which I dislike their boons. I don't necessarily mean they're weak, I'm just not a fan of them. One is Poseidon, for example. The Master of the Seas, the Earth Shaker, brother of Lord Hades and Lord Zeus, the Lord Poseidon. I am ever grateful that while I was living he was merciful to me. Down here, however, I must say I rarely feel his influence. All of us, we are beneath him now. So that is the Lord of the Sea. Athena. Of some things I am certain, and none of them is this. And one of them is this. Sorry, I try to run ahead in my thoughts, and like I try to predict what is going to be written rather than actually read it, and it only ends up making me feel stupid and probably look quite stupid. Okay, so of some things I'm certain, and one of them is this, that there were many times during my mortal life when my spear found its mark thanks to Pallas Athena. Alright, so not much lore at this second. Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, has always held my highest admiration. Unlike so many of her brethren on Olympus, she seems unconcerned with being praised at every turn by mortals, and instead she dutifully holds her station as a master of the natural world. You can actually, like, a lot of what's being said here can actually be felt in your interactions with the gods when you accept their boons. Artemis is definitely one of those, like, down-to-earth, business-only, quick and done with kind of characters. There is Ares. Although my heart has long since stopped, it yet holds love in it for all the gods, save one. The one who made and ruined me as well. I have no kind words impart to him, except perhaps in the form of this concession. War, much like the heavens and the sea, can be considered as a force of nature. It keeps men down. They shall never grow too plentiful this way or near as mighty as the gods. So I believe the bold sections of the codex are recently unlocked, added to what was here before. Dionysus, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, to be honest. Perhaps I ought to feel a kinship with this easygoing son of Zeus, for it is said that he has some mortal blood in him, not just divinity. Again, not much at the moment. And Hermes, one of the free-spirited sons of Zeus, he is patrons to travelers, traders, even tricksters. Youthful in spirit and appearance, he could be mistaken for a common lad, if not for his extraordinary swiftness. Alright, so messenger of the gods. Others of notes. I see no reason to regale you with stories of my past. Suffice it that I fought as bravely as I could alongside many of the finest men the world has ever known. So that's about Achilles, and the entire codex is seemingly written from his perspective. There's Sisyphus. Most of those who earn the highest form of punishment in Tartarus committed acts I hesitate to commit to the page, though Sisyphus is an exception to the rule, and we'll learn why in the future. Cerberus, the fearsome multi-headed hound of hell, is really not so bad as his deserved reputation otherwise would lead you to believe. And Scully, which we have a heart with, as you can see, because we gave him a nectar, and I believe this bow here signifies that this character gives you something for the first heart you fill with them. So if there is no bow, there is mechanically no reason to give them nectar. House of Hades. So we have, having been appointed by the fates to reign beneath the earth for eternity, the master was awarded a permanent place of residence at the base of his domain, in addition to a wide variety of responsibilities to the dead. I'll probably stop at foes, since a lot of this is... I don't know, maybe if you want me to go through all of absolutely everything, I will, but I feel like you're probably more interested in actually seeing me play the game. So let's just finish with the Infernal Arms, which will give us some backstory on the weapons we'll be using, and then move on to actually play the game. Sorry again. Tartarus. The lowest reaches of the underworld are reserved not just for the master's own abode, but for the benefit of every wretch who, in the course of drawing breath, failed every opportunity to leave any sort of positive impression behind. Alright. Asphodel. Among the many reasons it is best for mortals to strive to treat each other reasonably well is that after having lived their short life, they may wind up stuck with one another for eternity in the meadows of Asphodel. And Elysium. Some mortals surely would wish to live forever if only they could, though for the sensible ones, spending an eternity in the fields of Elysium would be their foremost choice, to be forever in that beautiful place, together with only the greatest souls to ever lived. And this is the final stage of the game that we have not reached yet, so we do not know what lies there. We now know also of the Stygian blade. Stygius, the blade of the underworld, must have been among the finest weapons ever wielded back when it was whole. Back when the six elder gods sealed the Titans in the deepest recesses of Tartarus, that blade evidently played no small role in their success. It must have been Lord Poseidon who brandished that blade before he opted for the trident he so likes. Now the blade lies broken, survived only by its burning soul. And we learn more of the weapons by killing enemies. Heart-seeking bow, a weapon I'm not too fond of myself. Koronacht, the so-called Heart-seeker, is certainly the finest bow ever conceived and wielded. Again, sorry, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. And wielded once by none other than Mistress Hera, who stood side by side with Zeus on better terms back then, as they drove back the Titans under a storm of arrows and thunder. Reminds me a little of the cutscene in the beginning of Dark Souls 1, where you see the Knights of Gwyn using arrows and thunder against Elder Dragons. It's kind of interesting to think about. And then Shield of Chaos, Aegis, the Shield of Chaos, is descended from the very Aegis wielded by the Lord Zeus and by Athena, his most favored daughter. The Lord of Thunder deafened his brothers and sisters using that very shield when together then conspired to drive the Titans back into the lowest reaches of the underworld. Why would he need to deafen them when they were together? I don't know. The shield was shattered, yet a burning effigy remains, its power still intact. A power sealed within the visage of a monstrous entity even the Titans feared. Interesting. Especially since that looks a little bit like the... it's not the Wyvern, it's not the Chimera, it's the Hydra, the boss of the second stage. Alright, let's get a move on. You can find these little green flames, which let you listen to how one of the ghosts died. I guess I should get by online. It's a little difficult to read it quickly enough, in my opinion at least.
You really ripped the lounge to pieces, boy. I hope you didn't get yourself in too much trouble. I'm sorry to have worried you like that.
The guilt-racked monster Cerberus admits to committing the crime, expressing some remorse for having implicated the incendiary prince.
Cheer up, boy. It'll be all right.
All right. If you are not sure how we got where we are here, we only did 4 runs, but we unlocked quite a bit of stuff around here. Be sure to check out my YouTube channel, where you can find the archive for the last stream, which was on Hades.
I understand that you created quite a stir within Elysium. An all-out brawl within Eternal Paradise.
You call that paradise? It's just a bunch of shades bored out of their former skulls, itching for a chance to feel alive again.
What would you know of it? The greatest mortals have their every need fulfilled within that place. Dread to hear what they shall say of all of this.
You'll find out soon enough.
Alright.
Alright, where were we?
Renovation. This is very useful later on, when you get a bunch of boons from the gods, that basically, boons, keepsakes from the gods, which basically ensure you get a boon from a certain god after you equip the keepsake. At this stage it's not that vital, so I'll just keep saving my gems for a bit better upgrades. And I'll definitely not spend any gems for any cosmetic things until I have most of the actual mechanically significant things bought.
Wonder where Nix went.
Hi there, Meg.
What are your sisters up to these days, Meg? I've not seen them around.
We're stretched a little thin, as you can see. Some kind of war up there meant lots of business here. I'm left to hold the line and deal with you.
Do I want to give you nectar? Sure. I don't remember what she actually gives me.
Hey, Meg. Look, I know you're just doing your job out there, and anyway, found this, thought of you and all that, so here.
I'll see to it this contraband is put away at once. Now, take your finder's fee and go about your business.
Thanks.
Skull earring.
Denied.
We'll need to look what that does. And let's give another one to Cerberus.
Look what I got for you, boy.
As one of Cerberus's heads receives the prince's gift, another muzzles something back into his hand.
Thank you, boy.
Alright. I believe this one just gives me more HP, which is one of the better wounds. Keepsakes, I should say. Do we have any darkness to spend? We do have some darkness to spend on upgrades, and we need 3 more keys to unlock talents, though I will first most likely unlock more weapons.
I should go. Hey, Skelly, you look like you know your way around Tartarus. Found some of this ancient Titan blood out there, and I was looking to score some more.
Ah, you come to the right place regarding that there, pal. It's your mean weapons back there that can find this stuff. Once you get all the way through Tartarus with one, that's all the blood you're gonna get. For the time being, anyhow.
How am I supposed to keep track of which weapons I've earned these with, then?
I don't know. There's always the invention of writing stuff down. You'll figure something out.
So, an in-game jab at the fact that you'd expect there to be a way to actually see which weapons you've earned Titan's Blood with.
Got something new to try.
So yeah, the Lucky Tooth is definitely one of the best keepsakes we can get at this moment, but Skull Earring, alright, extra damage while at low health. Decent, though, I don't know. And then Old Spike Collar, as I said, just increases our life. It will increase more as we rank it up. For now, let's just keep the Lucky Tooth, at least until it's max rank. This shadow here means that while using this weapon, this run, we would get more darkness during the run. I'll take it, though honestly I really don't like the bow. It's okay at best, or at least I'm okay at best with it.
I'm ready.
Generally, it's definitely not my first choice of weapons.
Oh, it's her.
Ah, yes. Wonder who could that be?
Must be a mess. Let's see here. Hi there. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Why, hello there, little godling. I have to say you're quite the specimen, and so I've decided I shall aid you for the moment. You interested?
Lady Aphrodite. The goddess of both love and beauty can as easily destroy the heart as spirit. Weak basically means enemies deal less damage. Let's do dash. I don't like these for now.
Interested? And
So
the
let's
power to break
just
hearts? Sure, I don't see why not.
there is a sweet spot to the bow where if you release the arrow at just the right moment, you get some extra damage, which is nice, and likely the semi-high skill ceiling is why I don't like the weapon. The other ones are far easier to master. That being said, I do know that there is definitely a way to make this weapon quite powerful. I'm just not comfortable enough with it to do so. So Artemis doesn't have anything to say to us, so we just get some attacks. Let's just go for
Time to hunt.
improving our attacks and making them have a chance to deal double damage.
Nice. What's that purple thing around?
Kata. Already got hit. What's this, like 4th room? Alright. Lucky Tooth Cup, that's nice. And now, we have the chance to meet someone new, which we'll all obviously do. This is a rare occurrence to get a, what's called, I believe, a Chaos Gate, which you have to pay some health in order to enter.
So all I need to do is sacrifice some of my life essence to go in here. I don't see why not. Who or what is that?
In a second.
Within the underworld's quietest, most solitary, darkest passageways lie hidden evidence of the beginning of all things, of chaos, the most ancient sculptor that has shaped this world.
I'd best take all the evidence I find.
And here we meet Master Chaos.
This is not someone I recognize. So, in the name of Hades, hello? May I ask who's calling?
Human beings have all grown soft. Would you not agree?
I always, like, the longer you look at this character, the more there is to just discover. His design is quite insane, to be honest.
Have we met?
Oh, we have met, in a way. I know everybody here and there. You wish to leave this place, and it is my wish to make your doing so a little bit more interesting. And if you encounter the Olympians someday, do give them my regards.
Alright, and the bonus of Chaos are a little unique in that for a few encounters or chambers you only gain a negative effect, but if you survive that, the negative effect goes away entirely and you get quite a powerful buff instead. So we can face 55% more foes, and after we do so 4 times, our cast will have an extra 35% damage. And remember, after the boon upgrades, the first effect of it goes away. It no longer affects us. We can have our reward previews hidden, and then gain more gems and darkness. Or we can reduce our maximum life to 43, so we would have 7 maximum health, and after that our boons would have 19% chance to be rare or better. I don't think that's a good thing to do at this moment. I don't have any special casts, so this doesn't really benefit me all that much. And since I'm going for kind of whatever at the moment, I'll go with rewards being hidden and just gaining more darkness and gemstones.
We'll have to withstand the whims of chaos to
So
extract
now-
the benefits a few chambers from now.
Yep. And as you see, now I can't see what the reward for the next room will be. I still do gain the reward, obviously. It's just I don't know what it is until I get it. I think we all got hit. Wait. Alright.
Come, wretches.
That was terrible. Again, like having to charge up the attacks and being stationary while doing so and while actually attacking.
I can use this.
I'm just not a fan of the bow myself. This attack is kinda cool also, but it just deals so little damage. Even although I guess I didn't have a chance to really go balls to the walls focusing on that attack. Maybe if I could, then maybe it turned out to actually be very good. As it stands though, like, I'm just not a fan of the weapon. It's decent, it definitely has a place, and I'm sure there are people who are amazing with it. I'm just not one of those people. Ooh, let's see. So, alright, explosive shot seems nice. Attack that deals extra damage in an area of effect, but charge up slower. Attacks bounce up to 3 foes. And whole special for extra damage, but minimum range is reduced. I wanna say explosive shot, so I'll have to think a little bit more carefully when I actually charge up. But the payoff should be better. Hopefully. Let's see. Yep, I can redo this. This is actually better, in my opinion. Especially since even the channeled attack has more power now. I believe this now allows us to unlock a new weapon. If we get one more, I might instead... Okay, so our curse has expired, and we now gain the... ouch! The pain, the benefits of our chaos boon. Let's try to actually live to enjoy that. Alright, Poseidon.
Found you down there, nephew. Now let's overwhelm your enemies in a typhoon of godly might. What do you say?
Sounds nice. Alright, so for the first 5 seconds, we're more powerful. Our special deals more damage and knocks away foes, or our cast does more damage in an area and knocks away foes. Let's go for special, I guess. Yeah, sure, why not? More health, always nice. Right, yeah, so this is definitely quite a different playstyle now. God damn it. We still should deal potential... Alright, I'll go with this just because it's some free stuff. I believe we can pick Darkness, which we get a buff to. So I'll probably take that.
You know, Prince, it's been good not having to see those Fury sisters quite as much lately. The main one, what's her name? She's on your case now, isn't she?
You mean Megara? She's on my case, all right. Under strict orders not to let me out of Tartarus. I guess that means you've got yourself a break. About damn time they gave one to you, sir.
Okay, so we take Darkness.
Say no more.
Since we gain more of it, thanks to our Chaos boon. It's alright. I guess another thing that kinda bugs me that this explosive shots upgrade actually remedies is it being fairly single target damage. In the sense that, yeah, it can pierce through enemies, but it's not often that enemies actually will stand in a line for you to shoot through. It's much more common for them to be clustered, if anything, and then like a cleave weapon is better. Let's go for even more special damage. I wasn't using it, but now I will try to. And there is a shop. We are missing 6 gold to be able to buy a boon, so maybe there is a palm. There isn't. Learn to heal. Yeah, sure, let's heal. Oh, and let's talk with you. Of course, yep. Very insightful.
Oh no.
Finally, you're back. You won't get past me like you did last time. Though I would like to see you try.
Seriously? I was next to her. Right, we're dealing a lot of damage. That's nice. Ouch. Alright, let's focus on not taking any damage now. Since our charge up definitely doesn't allow us to stay in place long enough, shortly enough to actually... Something deals 22 damage. Granted, a lot of enemies, but come on. Ow, that was stupid. I just said we don't have... We charge up too slow to stay inside of those. And then I stay inside of it. Because I'm a dum-dum. Nope. Oh, goddammit. Alright. Wasn't actually sure if that would save me, but it didn't. Thankfully, we still managed to defeat Megara, and without using extra lives too. Well, let's see how far we can actually take our Heartseeker. I'm curious how long I'll be able to last using it.
Got it. Made it to Asphodel.
Alright, let's get some gems. Those are nice. Especially since, again, we get almost double the amount thanks to our boon. Yeah, so when we crit, it's nice. Where we don't, it's alright. Again, it's definitely mainly the issue of just forcing me to be very stationary, which this game is really quick, and definitely being mobile is one of the more important things in order to stay alive at least. 9 gems. Decent. Alright, so I don't believe we've met this NPC before. I know who it is, but let's meet her. Spoiler.
What? Singing? Here?
Come on in.
Okay.
No burdens, no
Could dash clear through that wall, I think.
This music is really nice. I believe you can get it from the OST of the game, but also I imagine someone uploaded it to YouTube probably.
Hey, you must be the Hades kid. How's it going then, Your Royal Majesty? Nice to meet you. I'm Eurydice. What brings a big, important guy like you up to a place like this?
Eurydice.
Hi there. No need for formalities, I'm Zagreus. Just heading out on some official business, past the menacing Bone Hydra. Don't mean to be rude, though I'm in a bit of a rush.
Well, don't you have your hands full, hun? I'll let you go. But there's one rule in my place, which is, nobody leaves here empty-handed. You got that? So take your pick. My treat.
Alright. So, we can upgrade 2 of our boons to the next rarity, which, as stated before, basically means they give us more from the beginning, and then every next upgrade also is better than if it was a lower rarity boon. There is Pom Porridge, which up to 4 of our boons gain a level, or Refreshing Nectars, so the next 3 boons we find have upgraded rarity. So either we upgrade long-term, already owned boons, short-term, already owned boons, or gain... This is a very long-term investment. And... Sure, yeah, let's go for that.
It'll be my pleasure.
Cheers. Bye now.
Take care, yeah.
Alright, let's keep going.
Drapens. More coming.
God damn it.
They're dead.
Screw your homing goddamn spit.
Good enough to eat.
Let's actually stick with the basic attack. I keep forgetting to actually use the special. This means there is a mini-boss, but we don't have enough gold for a boon from Charon, so I'll actually go with this. This might be a bit tougher of an encounter, but I definitely want a boon rather than like some healing or something. Definitely don't want to get hit by those. They actually turn us to stone, causing us to be paralyzed for a bit. So let's try not taking actual hits from the Medusa head. Alright, Medusa head dealt with. Now we have to just repeatedly bait this guy into falling on us and then hitting him. The shotgun approach kinda works. I can get about 400 damage into him before he goes up. With this it's 150.
Till next time, gigantic Gorgon head.
Yep, till next time.
In the name of Hades.
Alright. Let's see. So this would be really nice if we had a better way to apply weak. Increase in our maximum life gain might be really nice. But our cast is still not upgraded, so let's go with that. So now instead of the line, like single projectile of attack, it's something like this. And you can kind of spam it, which is nice. Although I'm not sure if it actually gets lodged into enemies when we hit them, if I'm completely honest. Yep, it does, so we can't actually pick it up immediately unless we actually kill the enemy. Still, it's an upgrade, and I'll probably remember to use this one much more in the special attack, especially since the special attack doesn't really feel worth it. And again, here Poseidon does the ability kind of a disservice, where you would likely prefer not to knock them away, since being close is how you actually deal significant amounts of damage. Otherwise it's not very much in terms of actual offensive usefulness. And yes, I'm getting hit all over the place. I'd like to say it's mainly because I'm trying to talk and play at the same time, but I'm really not that great at the game anyway. Alright, so I believe this one is easier to survive, and since in the end we'll get both of them, I'll just go with Artemis first.
I don't reveal my greatest hunting techniques for just anybody, Zagreus, so you better appreciate what you're about to get and use it to go far.
Well, we'll see. Crits do even more damage. Your falls take damage when the thing is dislodged, or just all damage can be critical. Sure.
My sense is sharpened.
Oh, but this is such a heartbreak, dearest. Why would you do that? You know that I won't take this lying down.
Well,
Don't hate me, Aphrodite.
sorry, not sorry. Okay, yeah, so Aphrodite basically just has this heart that spawns, disappears, and just attacks you. Or honestly, just follows you. It's fairly easy to avoid. Whereas Artemis, I believe, just creates a bunch of god fucking damn it, why is there so many of them? Artemis, from what I remember, has... I'm terrible at this. I mean, honestly, I'm terrible just at bullet health. And these guys basically turn the game into a bullet hell. Where's another guy?
She can't stay mad forever.
You sure? She seems pretty mad. For a pretty long time. Can you stop that? God damn it, I honestly hate bullet hells. There's one rare encounter, or I guess mini-boss, that has a bunch of spammy busters like this. I really hate that. God damn it. I'm really bad at bullet hells.
Took a bite out of me there.
Yeah?
Love and jealousy go hand in hand, don't they, dearest? Although the former is much more pleasant, isn't it?
Okay, let's see. So... Cast should so farther and stronger against undamaged foes. That's very nice. After you take damage, damaged foes around you inflict weak. Decent. Or foes that are slain damage and inflict weak. Let's go for the cast.
Love and loss.
Yep, that's decent. Let's go for the shop, since we have enough gold to actually buy a boon, and the pom only upgrades one we already have.
Charon's shop.
Alright, let's see.
So then the boatman Charon for us after all, did he? Whatever means we have to reach you, we'll employ.
Alright. Okay, so we can change our knockback to a bolt near our special. Honestly, I won't be using the special that much anyway, so... Then again, the others aren't really that great, and they're all basic. This is epic. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, thankfully they don't get mad when you exchange their boons. Alright, let's see if I can actually kill the Hydra with bow. I'm unsure if I'll be able to. Going alright so far. Though I think the main test is gonna be the third phase. So after we trigger this stage again. Stop it. God damn it. Alright. Well. That deals, whoa, decent damage. But then again, this has a chance to crit and do even more. God damn it.
Not so fast.
Oh.
What now?
Let's at least not waste that extra life. God damn it. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, just not great at the game to begin with, and then a weapon that, after teaching me how important it is to stay mobile in this game, forces you to stay incredibly still. To actually use it is very difficult. And if you want to say I'm just making excuses, fine, but I don't really care. It's just I just don't enjoy this weapon as much, and thus other mistakes I wouldn't have usually made just become more apparent. That's fine. Hit your head on the floor. How well, not so long. Because we're dead. Alright.
Any more heads you'd like chopped
I
off?
have no hope in going through Elysium without extra life with 50 HP and a bow. But we're going to Elysium. Well, we'll get some HP back. Not sure how much, but 15. Fine. Honestly, let's see if I can sell the epic boon. I can't. I wanted to sell my epic boon on the special attack since I'm not using it basically ever anyway. So whatever.
Nice and cool up here.
The enshrouded river of forgetfulness, Lethe, flows through the hallowed chambers of Elysium, numbing old pains and memories of the most noble shades residing there.
I'll have to give them new pains to recall.
Hermes. Sure. Although no, I want to upgrade my attack buff if possible. Alright, this with a ranged weapon will actually be nice. Maybe. I don't want to speak too soon.
You're just in time.
Ah, god damn it.
What's regenerating?
Yeah, I know.
A palm of power.
Let's see. Yeah, sure. Just more critical chance on everything. Here I'll go for Aphrodite.
Chariot.
And again, super fast, spammy, annoying enemies, and I have to sit still to actually deal damage. At least my own damage. I can use traps all I want, I guess. Oh, these are the worst. Get hit. Come on! Ah, cut that. Alright.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Yeah, we have a decent way to apply weak now, so let's make them more susceptible to damage while weak. We don't have enough gold for a boon from Chiron, so let's go for actual gold. Yes.
Long spears.
Oh god damn it. Yes, make them impervious, why don't you? I'm gonna die very soon. Very soon! Don't!
Thank the gods.
Yeah, I'm so dead.
I can still fight.
For a bit. Sure, let's go for an upgrade. Health would have probably been better, but I don't actually... what the hell? Hopes of reaching the end of this room. Excuse me a moment. I need to turn my lights on since it's getting late and dark and I don't want to tire my eyes too much. How did you die? I told you I should have gone to a physician because of staph infection. Fair enough.
Wonder what jobs the house contractor has available.
Megara tells me that you surpassed her well out there. How utterly embarrassing for her, to say the least.
I suppose you're going to punish her in some cruel fashion then?
Oh, I've already seen to that, of course. You think she volunteered to deal with you? Nobody did. That's how ignoble a task it is.
That's strangely comforting to know.
Let us resume court.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, like, you see all these shades in a line here, and they approach, and you can just sit here, and...
What happened next? Certainly not denied. Next. What is your claim? Truly. Waste of time. Denied.
I don't know why. It's just really amusing.
Hey boy, just me again. Here to report it's pretty dangerous out there even without you on guard duty all the time.
The venerable Hound of Hell barely acknowledges the softly spoken prince's platitude, knowing full well the underworld is not as vigilantly guarded as in ages past.
Who's the best three-headed boy?
Obviously, best feature of the game.
What brings you here?
I wonder, does this count as giving pets to 3 boys at once, or giving a third of a pet to a boy?
Categorically denied.
I haven't seen you in a while, lad. You made it to Elysium last time, didn't you?
I did, Achilles. It's crawling with great warriors still looking for a fight. It's not exactly what I was expecting.
Your father's marshaled the most willing ones to deal with you. Doubtless there's much at stake in it for them, if but the pride of having done the task. Although I think that pride will always be their weakness.
Their pride? I'll remember that.
No idea what that means, but okay. Alright, so we get something new here, but I don't... Bedding, okay. But yeah, for now I definitely want to focus on work orders and get the fated list of minor prophecies. Basically, this begins to track our progress a bit more and give us rewards for...
list of minor prophecies. That sounds somewhat exciting, I suppose.
You requisition that useless bit of parchment.
That I did. And then I can use a gem to free Orpheus from solitary confinement. Sure.
I'd say our court musician suffered quite enough. Besides, I miss his cheerful disposition.
Oh, hello.
Ah, Orpheus.
Alright. So you have a new person to talk with every time we meet. We get to the house.
Oh, hello, Zagreus. I understand you liberated me from my eternal punishment, and so I have returned to serve your father here. Thanks.
Orpheus, you're back. Look, don't get on Father's bad side like that and you're going to be fine. Besides, right now I think he's angry with me.
I grieve for you, my friend. But if you've come to ask me for a song, why, I'm afraid I must stand firm about my answer.
It's all right. Father can't make you sing if you don't want to.
Claim denied.
I trust that the mirror in your bedchamber has proved satisfactory, dear child.
Better than I could have possibly imagined, Nyx. You mentioned there was something more that it could do once I had grown accustomed. I think I'm ready for that now.
It shall be as you wish.
Appreciate that.
Nice.
Not a chance.
You'll see in a moment what that does.
The lounge is open.
Lounge is open, indeed.
Hey, what's that you're drinking, Meg? Anything good?
Whatever it is, it's weak. Enough to be mistaken for your blood.
Ouch.
Nice. Well, I'll just leave you to it then.
This is quite cool, especially later on in the game, where you have a bunch of stuff you no longer need because you've maxed out. For example, you can max out the mirror, which then at a later point it's basically just, alright, so what do I do with all this darkness? And then you can use that to buy different stuff, which you might have actually wanted. And then this is possibly my favorite character in the game. I'll definitely want to try and max out her relationship and personal storyline first, if I'm able to.
The prince himself. You?
Want to talk to me? Me? Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I just wanted to say, don't bother picking up my room today. I'm headed out for a while.
I have to clean the rafters.
Thanks for all your hard work.
I actually want to read about her. And also we can read about... let's read about chaos. Even Nyx, our mother knight, comes from somewhere. Even the Olympians above and Master Hades himself. Eternal though they are, they came onto this world after they or their ancestors sprung from the darkness of chaos. Alright. We've met Aphrodite. Aphrodite wields her beauty and her charm with much the same lethality as I could wield the spear. I have seen her handiwork firsthand, and it is often not as pretty as she is. Alright. Others of note. We learned a bit more about Achilles. I buried far too many of them, so stories of her past. I buried far too many of them and sent many others to this place where now at last we are all peers. We all are peers. I am fortunate the master of the house took pity upon me and spared me from eternal boredom in Elysium with an existence closer to the times when I still lived and had a job to do. Alright. Orpheus, who we just saved from somewhere. No one sings a sweeter, sadder song than Orpheus, who, if I want to understand correctly, is among the only mortals who once ventured down into the underworld and returned to tell the tale. We've met Eurydice, or I believe she said Eurydice. Mortality and immortality are closer than most gods care to believe. There are such minor gods as can be killed. So it is with nymphs and all the naiads and the dryads and the like, the spirits of the woods and seas and skies. In life they captivate our mortal senses and imaginations, but in death we are all more alike. And then Dusa, a splendid house such as the master's own requires a great deal of cleaning, and the little Gorgon seems forever doomed to do it all by herself. I don't know, she's just very charming in a sense, in a way. Alright, so Nyx gave us some extra upgrades. The Fated list we'll get in a second. Basically, what this means...
Amira's grown in power.
We can now swap out some of our abilities into other ones. So, Shadow Presence. Each rank makes you deal 10% more damage when you strike foes from behind. Alternatively, I can take Fiery Presence, which instead gives me 10% damage when you strike undamaged foes, which is decent. I'm only now thinking if that applies to armored foes. If maybe this means I deal more damage to armor and only like their health damage actually counts. No idea, honestly. Chthonic Vitality. We regain some health whenever we enter a chamber. Or alternatively, we can regain a percentage of the amount of darkness we pick up as health. I usually went with this one, since it's more of a instant health thing, and you can actively just look for darkness in rewards to heal. And this 3 health every room isn't as much in my eyes, I guess. Death Defiance, we either have just static second chances, which are very expensive, or I believe this only has 1 rank, but this heals us a little less, but we can have a second chance every chamber. So I usually went with this one. And then Greater Reflex just gives us an additional dash. Alternatively, if we dash just before getting hit, I get extra damage and don't chance. I'm very inconsistent about dashing just after getting hit or just before getting hit, so this isn't as great for me, and also I'm very used to having 2 dashes. So for now I'll stay with this since I don't have enough darkness to actually gain the alternative one. I'll also stick with this one for now. I could spend a key in order to reset all the darkness, but I want to have the 4 keys to unlock another weapon right now. So I'll just stay with what I have.
Prophecy fulfilled.
And then here we have...
My extended family seems an interesting lot.
Okay, so I already climbed this, and basically this is sort of a quest log in a way. So we have distant relatives. The son of the god of the dead shall someday meet some of the rulers of Olympus, and basically after we meet all of the gods we get 3 nectar. Is there no escape? The son of the god of the dead shall someday break free from the realm in which he was born, so we'll get 1,000 darkness after we actually manage to escape. After we meet all the chthonic colleagues, we'll get 10 keys. And then these are fairly straightforward. There is basically a bunch of what's it called? Quests, in a way, to gain every boon from a god, and you then get some rewards. We also get a reward for finding all the weapons and unlocking them, and then there is a bonus for taking every upgrade from the Daedalus hammer on every weapon. And then chthonic knowledge is just filling the codex. I don't think there is a next one. It's just after we reach 70 entrances we get a small bonus with 20.
The fate-abetting prince perhaps believes it was through his own choice that he procured the fated list of minor prophecies, but it was preordained.
Oh no, not this determinism thing again.
Yes, is there such a thing as free will, or is it just all predetermined? And even when you think you're making a choice, the world already knew you would make that choice and not the other one. And if you change your mind, that was also preordained, and all that bullshit. Alright.
Hey, pal, watch where you throw those bloodstone things of yours. You drop them, you go pick them up, you understand? But if somebody gives you grief, you got my permission to chuck one right in his eye.
I'll just aim generally for the midsection, since the eyes are a lot harder to hit in my experience.
Yep. Alright, so we don't need to unlock this, but I want to. We'll take the shields since that has the bonus darkness.
Let's see what's in here. Varatha, the Eternal Spear. Join my pursuit.
This ought to be good. Definitely good.
And then we have something like this, and then a dash strike, which is honestly one of the best dash strikes in my opinion. This weapon is quite good. I'm not as adept at using its special attack or this charge up strike, but it's decent. I like it well enough. Definitely more than the bow, personally. Shield is my favorite, so let's see where we go. How far we can go with it. With the help of Lord Poseidon.
I have to tell you something, little Hades. My relatives and I, We've been holding back one of our greatest gifts to see if you were worthy. And you are. My aid is yours. So call me if you need anything. Especially to smash your enemies to bits.
So I believe he means another ability, which is Divine Call or something like that.
Oh,
yeah.
What's this?
I'm not super happy about this, since I don't like this call. Basically every god has a call ability to them. This isn't that great because while it's active, you are impervious and deal damage and stuff like that, but you can't attack. So the only way to deal damage is basically to dash into enemies while this is active, and it's a bit finicky. You can end up damaging yourself.
The wrath of Poseidon at my beck and call.
Yeah, and it looks basically like this. And this is definitely one of the times where keyboard and mouse isn't ideal, since if I want to do the call while going right, I would definitely I need to, like, with the way I usually use the keyboard, I need to leave the D key to actually press F for the call. So it's a bit finicky. I might just rebind that to a button on my mouse. For now, this is fine.
Oh, good.
I'm sorry if you can hear my cat. He's annoyed again that I'm not paying attention to him. And don't worry, I'm not completely how do you want to call it? Ignoring him or not giving him the attention he wants. I usually play with my cats for a while before I start to stream, and obviously just throughout the day just play with them a bit. They just can't stand not being paid attention to.
That's good.
For like longer than an hour or something. If he gets a bit too annoying, I can just ask him out of the room and close the door. Alright. This is easy. At least for now. Definitely prefer Zeus. Poseidon is definitely one of the gods I don't really care for in terms of the boons they give. He's definitely one of the lower in my priorities. God damn it. Oh, the enemies are easy. The traps are getting me. Special, cast or dash. Let's do cast. That cast is actually pretty powerful. And let's get the key. Well, it is powerful if we hit. I should have added that. Yeah, it's just an attack that bounces between enemies. Ooh. It's an upgrade, but there's 2 boons, or an upgrade, or 2 boons. God damn it. I'm gonna go for boons. I don't know if that's the right decision, but... Now, which one was easier to deal with? I believe Poseidon is easier. So let's take Zeus first. I honestly don't remember. I'm pretty sure Zeus just strikes lightning all over the place. And I think Poseidon just has this damaging wave chasing after you. Let's do the dash.
Alright, Lord Zeus.
Apparently, my crusty elder brother failed to teach you any manners if you deign to thusly spurn my offerings. But I can teach you yet.
Though, you're telling me like I have a choice. One or the other, you'll go. One of you is gonna be mad. Fuck off.
Don't be mad, Uncle. Let's get in the show.
Yep, so there is this just wave I have to pay attention to and avoid. And it has a pretty steep turning curve, so I should be fine. As long as I keep dashing past it. Alright, and then are you the final guy? Yep. And he's not mad anymore.
No need to fight about this any longer, don't you think, nephew? Here, take my blessing like you should have in the first place.
I mean... sorry, I guess? I stream the same time every time. At the same time every time. Special boons with a knockback or slamming into barriers. Let's do this. I guess this is decent enough. I don't have enough gold for a boon, so let's take a boon instead of a shop. Alright. Unfortunately, I don't think I can block explosions. Maybe if I'm from the right direction. Toward like the center of the explosion, but I don't really wanna test that at the moment. I'll just deal with the enemies quickly and... ouch. God damn it. Okay.
Had enough. Olympus, I accept this message.
Definitely attack. Since I don't have an attack buff yet. And that's a pretty decent one. So just strike lightning now with every hit. It would be really nice if we actually managed to get the other one later, which causes all the enemies to be jolted when hit by lightning. That basically causes them to take damage the next time they would attack. Okay, some darkness. Some more darkness, that's fine.
Blood and darkness.
You really think you can get out of here?
Alright, so we just have to survive for a bit. Definitely still gonna try to kill stuff, since, as stated before, I don't actually know if there is a limit to how many things will spawn. I just know that if I kill them, there is less for me to deal with. Ouch. The fatties with the armor are actually kinda bothersome. And then I get hit like an dumbass because I just can't avoid a goddamn big purple projectile. Just a bit longer. Alright. We lost a bit of health.
There we are.
But we can restore it. Trove trial. I can take quite a bit of time, since I don't really need 100.
Well past your curfew, boy.
So let's do this. Goddammit. I should have blocked. Why wasn't I blocking? Goddammit. I say that the shield is my favorite and then I fuck up the basic mechanic of it.
Finally.
Alright, back to full health. And then let's meet with Sisyphus. The exclamation mark encounters are always the same when you on the same level of hell. Yeah, basically. And like, in one sense it doesn't help that this is the only weapon you can block with, but at the same time it's such a major mechanic of the weapon, which I like the weapon a lot and I played it a lot, so I should have remembered that. But yeah, definitely, like, you just get so into just dodging that you forget that, oh yeah, I can actually block instead.
Their Highness, the kindly Megara is out for blood. She kept on groaning about the last exchange between the two of you. You must have showed her good.
I think I might have gotten lucky.
Oh, come on, don't be like that. For now, I'll just keep getting darkness, since I need it.
Thank you, mate.
Let's give our good friend Sisyphus a bit of nectar to enjoy.
Hey, sir, thought this might ease your burden for a while.
Now hold a moment, Highness. I cannot accept something like this. Not without giving back a little something in return, that is.
Thanks for that, sir.
Shattered Shackle. We'll see what that does after we get killed. I don't know, just it's basically with this shield you can live your Captain America fight fantasy, like pushing back enemies, hitting them with a shield, throwing the shield at them. It's just a really fun weapon. And the fact that you can block is actually very helpful. There are quite a few attacks from enemies that you would be very glad that you can just no-sell by just holding down the attack button. Oh, perfect. And we get a shop right after getting... it is and it isn't. So, it is a... Yeah, I have, and that's also a roguelike I've looked into. This game just kinda... I don't know... vibed me better, you could say. Let's take Aphrodite's. Boom.
Looks like we meet again, dearest, here among the foul detritus of the boatman's wares. You truly take me to the best of places.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. I don't know, it just gave me a better impression, I guess. And also the fact that it's Greek mythology, which I also like a lot. We don't have a dash bonus, so let's take a dash bonus. In terms of the game being beatable, you can beat it in the sense that you can finish a run, but first of all, the true ending is still not finished. It's gonna be available after the game leaves early access. And also, I believe even then, like, you return back to the beginning and just keep going through the game.
Just as I was beginning to think it's been too long since last I killed you, Zag.
Are you just talking about the no, Greek Rome mythology? So you're not talking about the Norse Assassin's Creed. You're talking about something else. Do you have a game in particular, you mean, or just games in general?
Admit it, Meg. You can't stop thinking about me.
Don't flatter yourself. I think of you in pain. And now there's no more need for the imagination.
Right. Ah, yeah, I think I heard about it, for sure. I don't know if I've looked into the game, but I've heard the name definitely. this is one of the attacks you're very happy you can just block. Otherwise it's a real pain in the ass to avoid. There, if you're close enough, you will get hit at the start, but if you're further away, then you can just completely block it. And there are a few attacks like this, not just in this boss. You're annoying me, sir. Please go die and annoy someone else or something. Ow. Stop it. You gotta stop. God damn it. Ow. First I tout how much better I am with the shield and how much more I like it, and then I think I'm actually doing worse than with the bow. God damn it, I was sure I could use it again. Alright, there we go. Vendrick, come on.
Got you.
Okay, coming out at the end of the year near Christmas. That's nice. I'll definitely check it out, although I have a lot of games on my mind right now, so don't really need recommendations. And yeah, after you beat a boss with a certain weapon, instead of the unique drop, you just gain darkness. Which is fine, it's a very good way to farm darkness, especially if you use weapons that have the bonus darkness modifier.
Megara seems to be having difficulties.
Yeah, I'm kicking her ass.
Up we go then. Getting warmer.
So, I guess you could say the game is an endless roguelike. But there is a lore ending, in a way. In this sense, it's just like a game that you can finish, but then you can still play. To do all the side plots and stuff like that. But again, that true ending... I guess I never actually completed Dead Cells, so I don't know. And I haven't actually played it at all after it released the full version. Yeah, maybe.
That's one more.
Again, have a lot of games on my mind to play through, so
On to the next one.
I'll get to it when I get to it. Definitely,
Hey, you.
what's this?
From within a humble residence in Asphodel reverberates the golden-sounding voice of Lord Eurydice, who once attempted to escape the underworld and failed utterly, much like Prince Zagreus.
You watch yourself, old man.
Let's... Yeah, obviously. And as said, I will... yeah, I think expectation is more of an appropriate word, where I should expect to be asked to play games. And obviously, like, games like that are on my playlist, to be sure. For now, though, for the regular stream, it's gonna be just Hades. And then for extra streams, whenever I get the time to actually stream during the week, it'll probably be a blind playthrough of Blasphemous. If I don't get enough time to play that in bonus streams, then I'll play it just after I feel like I'm done with Hades. Again, I don't think it's not a game I want to 100%. I don't know how much longer it'll be in early access. I think the game is like the next big step is the full release, so it's sooner rather than later, but it could be next month, it could be next year. I haven't even really looked into if they have a ETA or anything. So just when I feel like I've done enough with Hades, I'll move on to the next game on the list. And probably pick something that's actually finite, so I can have a definite ending that time. Since even before this, Dungeons & Dragons Online was kind of an open-ended game which I could have kept playing forever. Especially with reincarnation and stuff.
Sing when you're happy. Sing when you're not, Your Royal Majesty.
Okay. Decent advice. Let's just upgrade a bunch of our stuff.
You bet.
I'm not sure this is the best one to choose from. I feel like it is. I generally pick that one. Also, can I give you nectar, or have I already done that? Yeah, that's probably a better way to go about it.
Thanks again.
Well, see ya.
And I might do that at some point, maybe. It's just, at this moment, bonus streams are just so unpredictable, both in the sense when and how long, or even if I'm gonna be able to do them, but I don't really want to relegate any game to a bonus stream, since that might as well, at this point, be kind of dooming it to never being played. Or being played like once for an hour. When I actually like, I don't know. I don't know when or if that's gonna change, honestly. I guess part of it is just me being better at streaming. Oh, sorry, I skipped Hermes there. Bit of wealth when we enter. Foes drop it faster, or my special is faster. I'll take the gold.
Let's go, let's go.
Gives us the chance to actually... sure, let's go for Artemis. So I might do that. A more finite game taking place of Hades, and then Hades being moved to a bonus stream thing, but I definitely want to wait till I'm actually able to semi-regularly do a bonus stream, even if it's not on a set day or anything, but like just one extra stream for an hour every week. Then at that point I probably feel comfortable actually putting a game on that spot. Since, like I said, right now saying that a game will be played on bonus streams doesn't really mean anything. I might as well say that I won't play it at all. Alright, and dead. Almost dead.
Enough of them.
Alright, yeah, you can... I'll probably... If I don't have any technical issues, it'll probably be uploaded by tomorrow. And then you can just catch me live tomorrow again. I'm gonna be live for another 20 or so minutes more anyway. Only 20 more minutes. Probably this run, maybe one more. We'll see. Yep. So, see you. Meanwhile, let's see. Any damage we deal has a chance to be critical. Your foes take damage when our gem Bloodstone, it's called, is dislodged. That's nice. I like my current cast, so let's take this.
I'll make every strike count.
I can take Nectar. I have some Nectar, so let's go for a boon from Mr. Chaos.
The deepest reaches of the underworld, the void from which all life and consciousness sprang forth during the dawn of time, the realm of chaos, a land almost unseen even to denizens of Death's kingdom.
Could you keep it down?
Alright. Mr. Chaos.
All-seeing artifact that sprang from me after the dawn of time. It is considered a defensive instrument, I do believe. Though I suspect you have discovered, or soon shall discover, it is nothing of the sort.
Okay, so for the next encounters I cannot earn gold, but we gain a plus 60% damage to our cast. That is nice. We gain an extra cast, but will be slower to pick up our Bloodstone. Or we take more damage from traps, but we gain more gold. I don't believe this gold bonus stacks with our passive gold income from Hermes, because it says gold you find. I do believe you cannot earn gold means our side hustle will not work for a while. But cast dealing 60% extra damage is good, so I'll go with that.
Chaotic strength.
And let's just go for gems. Since I want upgrades. Upgrades, people, upgrades. Oh! Actually, side hustle seems to still work. That's pretty nice. That's actually cool. I didn't expect that. I honestly expected it to not function. Now you probably hear my other cat, Iron, trying to, I don't know, clean the windows with his paw. Doing something, that's for sure. And these guys are being very annoying. On the rest. Flurry of blows. Alright, after I clear this room, I have to leave for a second, deal with my cats. So, excuse me for a moment. Meow. Come on. Sure. And I'll see you in half an hour. Alright, also closed my blinds, so sorry if you heard that noise, but now we're back. Offering only 5 gems, come on. Earn up to 0 gold, yeah, very worth. Okay, so we can actually earn 10 gold every floor. That's nice. Let's see what we can earn here. Poseidon. Sure.
Pleasure doing business.
You found me, little nephew, strewn among the inventories of that most disturbing river boatman. That means you win my blessing.
Alright. Gain a random assortment, but gold will be wasted. I'm more powerful for 5 seconds. Yeah, let's get this.
The ocean's fury.
Alright, and sorry again, but I have to leave for 2 minutes. I'll be back as soon as I'm able. Hopefully the in-game music will help soothe my absence for a moment. I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back. Sorry, my cats were being a bit noisy and I just had to make sure they don't make too much of a mess. Since I generally don't close my door to my room, they become very upset when I do so, and instantly intrigued about this mysterious room that is suddenly unavailable to them. Alright. Yeah, nope. Again, blocking with this weapon is genius, just very, very useful. If you actually remember to do so, obviously. And sometimes it's like, it's the issue of with the bow. It's the same as with the bow, where it's not always safe to just stand in one place and block. Come on, alright. And that. I tend to get a little spammy with games like this. Again, another attack that's very nice to just stand there and block. Kinda wasted that. Yeah, honestly, how many heads are there? And there's supposed to be like 7, I think? There's like 10, I believe. Since you get 6 now, 3 before, and then just the main one. We're almost on our first death. Thankfully we do have 2 more lives. So we're not quite out of the game yet. Even if we do get hit. I plan on making... Yep. Okay. I'll do this, and tick. Nope. Kinda hope that would kill you. Alright. Nope. And dead. Nice. Alright. Some more darkness. And again, this is why I really like the upgrade, which gives you health based on the darkness you pick up, rather than just 3 every floor, since you can get a really high amount of darkness and then heal for a lot.
We'll have you back here soon enough, I think.
Yeah, probably. I don't think I'll be able to go through. I'm liking those for now. 33 gold for 13 gems is actually decent, so I'll take that. Even if that puts me back a third, no, less, more, it makes me further away from getting the next boon.
Another day or night in paradise.
Yep, okay. I'm gonna just go for health. Hopefully we find some way to restore some health.
That's for last time. It's reaching the rating.
Get stun locked and get dead. Even more bullet hell. Don't like it. Stop it. Stop your bulleting my hell. I mean, it makes sense. We are in hell, technically.
Yes.
But stop it. Daedalus. Definitely Daedalus. Oh, goddammit. Okay, I'm curious. Ha! Alright. Those enemies just became kinda not trivial at all. But they can still hit me. They're really annoying. That is possibly the only time I would rather have my I would rather have the bow is when dealing with these, because they're really annoying to deal with otherwise. And the shield makes it kinda easier with the throw. Your bull rush charges off faster, your attack hits twice, or your dash strike deals more damage in a larger area. And you can see these little icons here. Those mean we haven't ticked off that choice on the minor prophecies. So after I pick one, if the same one appears again, it will not have this icon, and after choosing every one at least once, we'll get a little reward. Let's go for our attack hitting twice, since we have a decent boon on it, and we'll see about upgrading it right now, possibly. I'll take that over gold at the moment, honestly. Gold would be nice, but this is fine as well. So yeah, let's keep this up. Alright. Oh no, get out of here. Do not shield this dude. Get wrecked.
Haven't you learned your lesson yet?
Don't. God damn it, blue goddamn crystals, stop spawning, stop making my enemies invincible. Yeah, like right now I'm definitely much more spammy than I should be. There is really little conscious decision making going on. I'm just spamming my attacks, my dashes, and that's definitely why I'm not the best of players at this kinds of games.
Delicious.
Fine. Let's just upgrade our cast then. And we still don't have enough gold. There will be a mini-boss. This is actually an interesting mini-boss, because usually I think there are like 2 for each floor. 2 possible mini-bosses. Here this is always the same mini-boss, and it's... Alright, I'm not gonna spoil it, just... The mechanic of this particular mini-boss is very interesting and very fun.
This is not your place.
Agreed on both counts. Just passing through, so if you'll excuse me.
I will not. The champion of Elysium would never back down from such a contest. Neither will I.
Wait, you're not the champion of Elysium? You're the Bull of Minos. I can't imagine who's even stronger than you. Is it Heracles? Tell me it's Heracles.
I will not. You talk too much, short one. Come get destroyed.
Come get destroyed. I have a friend who would love that line. The bull... Alright, I was about to say the bull is quite easy if you can block him, but obviously that's not the case. as shown on the attached video. I think the issue is there is a big delay after I press the button before I actually start blocking because of the double attack thing. But generally he's very simple. He has a very I say before getting completely obliterated by him. But he has a decently predictable attack pattern that's fairly easy to dodge. The out of nowhere attack is possibly the hardest one to avoid. What are you... What the... That was... Come on... Alright. I'm coming bullshit on this. I'm gonna defeat him and... Yep. But... I took a lot more damage than I actually wanted to.
Pales in comparison to that of the champion of Elysium. I expect you'll soon see for yourself.
Ah, we'll see.
I beat the Bull of Minos.
Prophecy fulfilled!
In the name of Hades.
God gauge is better. My chain lightning can bounce more. Or I deal more damage after using my call. That's good. That's a good one. I'm not certain I'm actually gonna be able to reach the champion of Elysium with how little health I have left and no second chances anymore. Stop regenerating. As said before, these enemies kind of like, after they die, they spawn this ghost. If you leave it alone for too long, it goes for a weapon that lies on the ground and tries to regenerate itself. And becomes the same enemy again. So it's really annoying to deal with. Let's go for even more health. I remember, I think my first successful run was just dumb health stacking. Like, I got the Cerberus collar to tier 3 and then just kept taking extra health whenever it was offered. I might do that again sometime. Dead. Alright, with this, I will be unfortunately finishing the stream. I hope you enjoyed your time watching me play Hades. If you're not followed, feel free to follow me if you don't want to miss more streams. I stream every Saturday and Sunday from 4 PM to 6 PM GMT. And if you miss any of my streams, you can find all the archives uploaded roughly a day later to my YouTube channel, which you can find a link to in the description for my Twitch page. And other than that, I hope to see you tomorrow at the stated time, 4 PM GMT, so we can continue our adventure with Hades. I will continue to try and improve myself as a streamer, probably by tweaking a little bit with my streaming software, and several other things I have planned, and then we'll continue trying to escape hell together. Have a nice evening, and I will see you on my next stream. Have a good time.